Welcome back. It's been a little bit long.
It has. It has.
Christmas break.
Christmas break. I've been kind of, surf my ass off. I had to get it put back on.
You've been stiffening it all up. Too much ham. Too much Chrissy ham, Tom. Straight to the butt, huh? Fresh off the press, Tom. The Dumpster Diver 2.
Ooh.
A Dane Reynolds special.
Ooh.
And really cool little specialty to it too
Look
is
at it.
they're doing the spine tech in the white with it. So it's kind of got this
What a treat.
lush look to it.
Wow, I like the rail. There's plenty of volume coming all the way across the deck out to the rail, and very soft and forgiving. It's got all the ingredients for a little cha. You can feel it out off the top already.
Yeah.
Just the sensation of, that when you first feel a good board.
Nothing quite like
It's
it.
nothing quite like it.
Let's go feel this thing out.
Yeah. How much fun is just going out there and feeling a new board?
Hey, good surf.
It's the best.
Today, the Dumpster Diver 2, we didn't get the ideal conditions that we'd dream of, but we live in Sydney, so that's not a common thing. You should just have one board in the car to be able to surf whatever you got. And that's what it did for us, Tommy.
That's what she did, and then she showed up real nice. In that minimal conditions. I felt a little whip in that little cutback section. Design elements that it really showed up was the marriage of the curve of the tail and that flat section to come around and attack it. So, and when it came around, she came around real nice, real nice and squirty on the spine tech, by the way, with that concave in there too. She comboed up beautifully.
That extra spring with the spine.
Yeah. You know what I really like about this board too, and it spells Dane, is that flatter deck.
Yeah.
It's just a very forgiving rail up front. To actually bog down on this board, you've got to be doing some pretty bad technique. It goes back to what I love in boards anyway. When I saw that this morning when I picked up the boards, I went, yeah.
You're excited.
And I know the Dane like that too. That flat section is apparent in both of the boards, but for me, particularly in the PU, and I could run along. Like I was really finding it off that front foot. I think the marriage of that nice flat section will just enable you to get around certain sections that you wouldn't normally on a more high performance board. I want to get some open face on that thing and really feel it, like I just got that little tease. A little bit more size, a bit more oomph in the wave. I'll be on the PE for me.
Yeah. Again, very short period, small, grovelly waves, but it excelled straight off the mark. And that's what I was looking for today. When you got those little punchy peaks everywhere, you're always chasing it. So I'm always trying to get somewhere.
You can't miss it.
Can't miss it.
So
Otherwise we got to go. So I got up and that thing went. And I think that was the main thing I was looking for today. Like we said, we didn't have opportunities to really open up. So to actually get to that mark, to give it some, that's what it gave. At that flat spot with a single just to give that sweet combo, it's really nice. That standard outline where the flat deck is often very loose. But I did find that with the single concave, you could push it really hard off the bottom and not feel like it was losing it. But then you could have that looseness through the top too. Anytime you see Dane, it looks like there's no fins in his board.
Well, look at the pedigree. Like, Dane's he just lays into it. Everything's intentional. And when you see him, he's all deep off the bottom, really high out of the top. So Dane's looking for that stuff, and he doesn't want to be thinking about the board at all.
I think that's a really good point, to not have to think. From what I saw both on your waves and how I felt, you really didn't have to think too much. It just went. And ideally that's what you want.
That's what you want.
Well, Tommy, another pleasure.
Absolutely.
The Dumpster Diver 2, today in Spine Tech and in PU. Britt Merrick, Dane Reynolds. That's what's going on.
Yeah.
Tommy.
Hey, thanks Luca for having me. Thanks Britt and Dane. I figured at 62 I'm not going to get any bigger, right? I'm actually going the other way now. I'm going that way, I'm getting sucked towards the earth.